What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It is your guy, Boulanger. Up next, day one of Ravens training camp. Let's talk. So, day one is in the books, man, and there was a lot to see and a lot to talk about. And let's just get right into it. First and foremost, let's talk about Zay Flowers. Now, Zay Flowers is noted from yesterday's practice for making a lot of catches, making a catch over the middle, taking it the distance, which would have been a touchdown. But of all the things that happened with Zay Flowers yesterday, the most notable and the most concerning is him grabbing his foot and ankle area. Now, he did leave the practice, but later on he did return to the field, and the report is that he looked like himself. But nevertheless, if I grab at something, then there must have been a level of pain there. So I do expect Zay to sit out the next couple of practices just for a safety precaution. But it's too early. It's too early to be dealing with injuries or the potential for injury this early in the off-season workouts. So pay attention to that, man. Zay Flowers did return again, and he did put on a nice performance in day one of training camp practice. Let's move to newly signed Jaire Alexander, who put on a good display yesterday, great in coverage, batting the ball away, and he did indeed match up with also newly signed Baltimore Raven DeAndre Hopkins. And it was a contested matchup, and DeAndre Hopkins did get the best of Jaire on the play that they matched up against one another, but it was mutual respect. Jaire Alexander taking a bow, them dapping each other up, which is a sign of camaraderie and respect to each other's game. Now, this bodes well for the Baltimore Ravens when you see DeAndre Hopkins, who again is not going to be counted on to be a number one or even a number two. But if he can slot himself in, maintain his health at that number 3 position, this is going to be a positive for the Baltimore Ravens. A veteran guy, big catch radius, great hands, still with some athleticism, who's going to go up in practice against good competition every single day and can still put on a productive performance. That bodes very well for the Baltimore Ravens. So hopefully we can keep up this momentum, but it's good to see that from DeAndre Hopkins, and it's good to hear that from Jaire Alexander. And I look to see more of these guys in the daily reports coming out of training camp. All right, let's go to the offensive side of the ball, and let's talk about running back Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell is noted from yesterday's practice for being explosive. And the reference point was explosive like he was in his rookie season. Now, I don't know how long Keaton Mitchell has actually been in the league. I don't know if this is his 3rd season or his 4th season, but nevertheless, if he is looking as explosive as he was in his rookie season, that's a good sign for this Baltimore Ravens offense, because Keaton Mitchell is going to add an element that the Ravens did not have last season. Hill, that been Justice Hill, he's explosive, he can catch the ball, but Keaton Mitchell has another gear beyond what Justice Hill can put on display. So I'm excited to hear that Keaton Mitchell is actually on the field, looking explosive. Although he did drop a long touchdown pass, I'm still glad to hear that he can contribute to this team in 2025. I did not hear anything about the kicking competition between Luke and the UDFA, but if anybody has any information about what happened yesterday, if anything happened at all yesterday, by all means drop that into the comment section. And last but not least, right on time, Daniel Faalele. Remember on yesterday I told you that he would probably come in healthier, he would probably come in a little better shape, and that's exactly what the report was from yesterday. It was noted that Daniel Faalele is noticeably trimmer. Doesn't mean he's small, he'll never be small, but he's trimmer and showed off his mobility on some pull-in plays in yesterday's practice. I do expect Daniel Faalele to be better in his 2nd season. I do expect his mobility to be better, his information processing to be better in this next season. And with him coming in better shape, showing off his mobility, this is a great sign for our offensive line. And I think that's the biggest news from yesterday. Zay being healthy, coming back to practice after the grabbing of his ankle, and Daniel Faalele coming in much trimmer. I think that all signs look up for the Baltimore Ravens. And so I would not even dare to say that Daniel Faalele gets a contract extension this season if he is performing well. So if you got any other information from yesterday's practice, by all means, let me know. But until next time, I'm out.